Binta Ibrahim. I'm 28 and I got involved with Ku Saurara right from my teenage years. That was when I was 18. I just finished secondary school then. That's the high school. And so I got invitation through ARDA, Radio Drama Association. And they were looking for young people that would be trained to write scripts for entertainment and education programs. And right from then, I've been in the Ku Saurara, we're part of the Ku Saurara team. From the beginning, I've been a script writer, a translator of the scripts written in English into Hausa language, and also a co-presenter of the program. I've always been a drama person in secondary school. I was the president of the drama club in my school, and so I had that passion in me of entertaining people. So when this like a formal thing come that you have to write what you're going to present to people, educate them through learning other things like having the correct information before you pass the message to them, I was thrilled. See, from the beginning, Ku Saurara, it had helped me to identify who I am, know my value as a lady, and that I have so many rights, and that even though there's a lot of challenges as I am growing up, but I can overcome them by making the right choices. And that helped me. Even now, I don't just do things without thinking of what will come out of it. I don't feel ashamed or shy talking about sexuality issues. Yes. Not only with my friends, even with the grown-ups, as in people that are older than me and younger. I don't feel ashamed of talking about it because I feel it is important for us to know. And I now understood my sexuality. I know how my body functions, and since those are the dangers that I could face if my body is not well built enough or ready to, have all this activity about sex and baby bearing. I think I delayed marriage because, of course, my religion and culture didn't permit me to have sex before marriage. But after marrying, I got married at the age of 23. So I think that also helped and delayed me. And I pursued my education. I have my degree, which I'm also proud of. Mm-hmm. And I'm encouraging others to also have. Having information about HIV, which was maybe, I think, the primary message that Ku Saurara wanted to pass on to the young people, had strong impact on the young people that, for people of my generation, because I could remember so many of my friends who got married before me, after high school, they got married, and their husbands wanted to take the second wife. One of them who was very close to me, and the husband wanted to take the second wife who had married before and her husband died of mysterious illness. Nobody knew, and the first wife, which was my friend, insisted that they have to go for a test, and it almost cost her own marriage to break because the husband was insisting that no, where did she see anything in the holy book that they must have a test before? She said no, that was before. Then I don't want to risk my life. You can divorce me if you like, but I cannot, by my eyes open, allow you to take another wife without having tests to know whether she is. They said no, I think it's because you are with Binta. Yeah, she is your friend. Yeah, and I didn't know. I was in Kaduna doing the program. They were in Zaria, the same different location. And finally, the man got maybe he understood, or maybe because of the pressure from the wife, he said okay, since he was not going to have the test, neither the wife he was going to marry, but he would cancel the marriage. So it ended up that he didn't marry the second wife. And the next lady again, she also had the same problem. Her husband wanted to take another wife. She said no, they must have a test. But he said the other one, the second wife is going to take in, has not married before. She said that's not a point. That is not a reason. If she had this thing in Ku Saurara, and that is not only when you are married that you can get it. So she insisted that they must take it. But in that case, because he wanted to have that one, they went. We don't know whether the result was right or wrong, but then it came out negative. But then her mind was settled as at least they have tested, and that was a good impact on them, because they have now had, even though they have not gone to school as in far in schooling, but they have had that courage of facing their husband and saying, no, I want this or that. The Ku Saurara team had a good team members, people who are very conscious of the culture and religion of the area that the project was focused in on, that is the north. So right from the beginning, they were really concerned and very, very, how can I say it? They identify that those things are what will kill a project or make it boost, like addressing, not offending the culture and religion will make a project work better. And so right from the beginning, even the language Ku Saurara used in addressing issues, I found out that it was not offensive, even to the young people. And the style the Ku Saurara used was that they use young people's language to talk to young people. In fact, it comes from our experience, most of it, or what we feel it's what young people do or feel about things. Yeah, so I think that was what made the project not to have died since, and people are still craving for the project up till now. Yeah, because anywhere you mention Ku Saurara, not even in the north, I assure you that people know that yes, there was a program named Ku Saurara. Yes, and they know it's about HIV now and young people. Yes, talking about adolescents. Yes, they know. So I think the approach was what really worked for Ku Saurara, and that whenever an advice come from the stakeholders or gatekeepers that we need to do this, change this or that, Ku Saurara always goes for it. And we also learn from other projects. Whenever they do something that offended the community or society, about their way of approach, the way they talk to people, the language they use, even if Ku Saurara is not using that same language, they immediately check their work and correct it before any damage could happen. I think that was what make it great. We have a lot of letters from our listeners, and some would not come up to say it, but the impact is on them. You see it, because maybe when they didn't have confidence talking before, but because of as a result of Ku Saurara, they have voice now, especially the young women, that is what I struggle for. That's who I struggle to have their rights given to them, or for them to get it themselves. I think if Ku Saurara would continue, a lot of young people, girls' lives would be saved, especially during childbirth, knowing what their sexuality is, and then they will help their own children to becoming better. One of it, even if they are not educated, even if they don't have passion to go to school, but at least empowering them with knowledge that the educated ones have will make them have a better life. So the young women that are staying in the rural areas that don't have access to good health services would have such information that will not even make them risk their health, so that they will not even look for any health facility to correct or to have medicine for that. But if they have all the knowledge about their sexuality, about what to do and know what to, and how to take care of themselves and their children, life would be better, not only for Nigerians, for the whole African community. Let's have the name be a trademark for every young person to be identified with, and saying that yes, I'm a Ku Saurara person, or I'm a Ku Saurara team member or something. Let's have every nook and corner of the northern states have a Ku Saurara person there, or have impact positively of Ku Saurara in him or in her.